This is a video to describe the status of the cyclist choice / user submissions feature that is in progress in the database. It's very much under development. As of September 2021, it is not in production, but there is definitely a fair bit of work that has been done, so this is a description of that work and its status. So in the acadb application, we have an API in the background that allows submissions to be fed into the database. And this is primarily going to be used for the BRN to be able to have users from their mobile devices submit entries for cyclist choice and road conditions directly from the app and have them appear directly in the database here. So that's the overall goal. There is the endpoints for the API are documented here under the APIs. There's also a link to the Postman API documentation, and if you go to that, you'll see that there is a submission post right here. So this is the information about how the API is structured and what it can accept, and how to submit to that API. There's also a page on adventurecycling.org, that's the dev page that John Sieber wrote, which is a web GUI that allows you to move a location and submit some information, and it also can submit to the API. So the idea is it could come from anywhere. It could come from a web application, it could come from a mobile device, and either one would work. So once that submission has happened, in here we have this submissions feature. So if you click submissions, it is empty right now, but once a submission happens, it will show up here, and the idea is that it can be rated, it can be tagged, it can be approved. If it's associated with an existing service, it will tell you here. So I don't have one to show, unfortunately, but this is where it will appear, and it does work. And then there's one more piece of this down here called user data, and this is just a view that's generated by the application just to show all of the content that has been submitted by users, so it's also empty. But the main piece of this would be under the submissions here. So there's definitely work that needs to be done with Steve Resnick, the BRN developer, to get that back going and work on this page to make this work with the cyclist choice feature. The primary way that we were planning to structure this is with the tagging. So we have the cyclist choice tag. Submissions were going to come in and be tagged appropriately as they came in to create that cyclist choice layer content.